Thar Parker Desert has surprised me with its stunning biodiversity. To help me find a reptile that has 360-degree vision, crystals in its skin, and a tongue longer than its body. Biodiversity.
Mountains of Nagar Parker in the Great Thar Desert.
But what I find is a much more dangerous one.
Now this is a saw-scale viper. Look at this guy. I mean, don't be fooled by the size. These guys don't grow to be too large. They usually don't grow beyond 24 inches, but these are highly venomous and very aggressive snakes. Only 5 milligrams of the venom can actually kill a grown person.
If you're bitten by one of these, within minutes, pain and swelling starts. It can inject as much as 12 milligrams of venom with a single bite. Considering it takes only 5 milligrams to kill a human, I will let this guy go, serving and protecting the wildlife here in Thar Parker Desert.
ड्यूटी हमने अभी 32 साल की है, ठीक है जी। हमारी ड्यूटी है, हम उसकी तनख्वाह खाते हैं जानवरों की।
Go. And I'm hoping that it will not have traveled far from. I stumble upon an other lizard.
These lizards are not range restricted at all. In fact, these guys are one of the most widespread lizard species out there in the world. And they are semi-arboreal, so you can see them pretty much everywhere here, in the trees, on the rocks, on the ground. And they mainly eat insects, and they hunt their prey with a sit and wait method, where they just wait for the prey to.
Yes.
Hanji,
And finally, Suleiman spots one.
किधर है? किस साइड पे? Look at this. This is very exciting. My first ever chameleon species. There it is. I mean, I can see it now with the naked eye, but even with the larger screen, it's difficult to get him in focus.
After some fumbling, I get the chameleon in frame.
Now just look at him. It's no wonder that these guys and put it on the ground.
Bringing a chameleon down from a thorny tree is easier said than done. I cannot climb to the thin branches where the chameleon has climbed, so I try to trick the chameleon into climbing onto a pole. Not a bad idea, but the convincing part is not easy.
If I take it close to the branch, you know, just look at the tail. Look at the tail. He's going to try and reach out to the branch and use my arm as a hold, you know. Look at him. Look, you can actually see the prehensile tail in action. Look at him. Desperate to reach out. There you go. No, buddy. Just a little more time with me. And then I'm gonna leave you alone.
As experts as chameleons are in the trees and bushes, when it comes to locomotion on the ground, they're pretty clumsy.
Now just look at him. So I place him on the ground. You can clearly see that he's not designed for life on the ground. Pretty clumsy, isn't he? That is why these guys avoid spending too much time on the ground, and they'll only come to the ground where they have to cross one clump of tree to move to another clump of tree. Just look at him.
There's a common misconception that chameleons mainly change color for camouflage. It's not all about blending in.
But the reality is they change color to communicate with other chameleons. This one right now is a bit agitated, so you can see that he's turned a bit darker. And that's what he's trying to tell me, that I'm not happy, just leave me alone. Other than that, chameleons in the wild communicate by changing colors. For example, when males are fighting for dominance, and when females are trying to convey to the males if they have accepted or rejected them.
And recent studies show that it is not all about pigmentation either. They feed on insects. The average chameleon needs several a day to survive. It's these insects that are the main drivers of many of our ecosystems, and they are under severe threat. In some areas of the world, they have declined by more than 75%. Habitat loss is an alarming threat for a lizard that is range restricted. 1/3 of the chameleon species are at the risk of extinction. Although the Asian chameleon is identified as least concerned by the IUCN, we do not know how they are doing in Pakistan. In fact, this is the first time that they are even filmed here. These harmless lizards for sure will have a tough time dealing with the global rising temperatures. Chameleons are particularly vulnerable to climate change as they have evolved with very narrow thermal tolerances. Their body temperature is controlled by the surrounding temperatures. Many have evolved in areas that are already as hot as they can survive. So even small increases in temperatures could push them into pretty severe heat stress. I've always wanted to film a chameleon, and finally I did. To be honest, these fellas are otherworldly. Everything about them is unique. Such harmless creatures having a special way of life. It is creatures like these that make the deserts special.